Yeah, awesome. So my name is Matthew Higby. I'm the Chief Creative Officer at Distinct Possibility Studios. And we're here today showing our new massive persistent world online shooter, Reaper Actual. Sure, you can do kind of both. It's a massive open world, persistent world shooter. So how you take it on is sort of up to you. If you'd like to play more in a solo role, there's lots of activities and opportunities for you to be able to gain rewards in the game that way. But there's also lots of more challenging kind of situations in the game that are going to require you to group up with some friends or bring in some more like heavy like weaponry with you to be able to take them out. But the world contains enough content to kind of satisfy players who want really challenging content to play with their friends where you're all really focused in and serious about it, all the way down to I have a few minutes to spare in between going to my next appointment or whatever. I can log in, I can accomplish something and get something done. So it should be something for everybody. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a persistent world game. So I think one of the most important things to think about with Reaper Actual is this sense that the world is always running. It's always alive. There's always new things that are happening in it. And part of that is, yeah, there's a full day-night cycle. I could be playing, a normal kind of session-based game. Everybody logs in at the same time. They play for 30, 45 minutes, and then they log out. But our game, you could be in the world running around for 5-6 hours if you wanted to be. And over the course of that 5 or 6 hours, the time of day will change, the weather can change, and it's not just window dressing. It actually changes the way that NPCs behave, changes sort of what kind of tactical approaches you might want to take to content. For example, if it's raining really hard, not only will you not be able to hear footsteps from as far away, but enemies will also have their sort of awareness ducked a little bit too, so you can more easily like sneak up on enemies. But you're not in control of the weather. So it's not one of these things where you say, hey, I want to do the tower raid on rainy mode. It's just, hey, you decided to do the tower raid and it's raining right now. So how do you want to approach that? Like almost raid kind of experience that you're going on in the game world to be able to do that. And meanwhile, other players are in the world for completely different purposes, and because it's a shared persistent world, they're running around in the same places as you, even if they're just doing a smaller 5-minute carjacking mission. That could be happening in the garage of the tower that you're doing some larger scale raid in, right? So players are constantly sort of mingling with each other, mixing with each other, sort of crossing each other's paths and making decisions about, well, do I want to engage with this other player group who's in the same place as me doing something completely different? Or do we want to focus on completing our raid and trying to get this high value target that we're here for? And that sort of kind of chaos and decision making is, again, something that I think that makes the persistent world nature of our game really special and really unique. Lots of games are kind of PvPvE games, right? Which is player versus environment. And if there's not another player around, then the environment is giving me some pushback and some challenge, right? Our game is actually a PvPvE game in that we actually have environmental gameplay that is fighting against other environmental gameplay. So you can imagine that as sort of little skirmishes between rival factions that are fighting with each other in the game world. And you can always get involved in these different kind of activities however you want to. And absolutely, it's a different way of thinking about designing a game world. Again, I think the hardest thing about it is that we have to imagine players are in all these different various stages of their loops at different times. It's not everybody's logged in and they're all in the first minute of their session together, and everybody knows that at 15 minutes this extraction point is going to open up, and then another 20 minutes this other extraction point is going to open up. It's a very structured sort of experience where there's a lot of predictability in it, right? In our game, and again, this is just how we think about the design of it, how we have to sort of imagine the design of it. Some people are at the end of a 2-hour-long session where they've gained a lot of loot and they're looking to get out. Other people are just now coming into the game world at that exact moment, right? We have this system that sort of centralizes what missions and opportunities are available. It looks across the entire game world, not only the players, but what the NPCs are doing, and it creates kind of almost gravity wells of content to sort of attract players together in different ways. But all of that thought, all of that design structure is all sort of something that you need to do differently when you're trying to service a persistent world versus a session-based game. So there is base keeping that you'll need to do on a regular basis if you want like maximum efficiency, right? For example, my crafting job for an assault rifle might take 5 hours to complete. I probably want to log on, after like really quickly afterwards and get another crafting job going so that I'm taking full advantage of all the different kind of economy activities that I could be doing in my game. But there's no I have to go pay rent every month or my house is going to get repossessed kind of functionality right now, at least. It's more just if you want to maximize your efficiency, there's some timers that you're going to want to log on and take advantage of. I think there's layers to the game that are about like players can come and they can raid my base, they can attack my base, but there's not like an offline method for that where I'm offline, I'm on vacation and somebody's attacking my base right now kind of thing. It's all tied to immediately after I did this activity in the open world, now my base, it gets compromised and people could come attack it. And I have to respond to that or not. I could choose to not respond to it too if I wanted to, I guess. But that would be like my choice. And it's not something where, I have to feel like I'm chained to my desk if I'm playing Reaper Actual because I can't actually ever leave. It's tied to your play session and it's kind of activated by you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the game, and it looks amazing what we've seen. So thanks a lot.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.